Hey Hard Forkers, we're at Satoshi House with Chris. What better place to have a discussion about who Satoshi Nakamoto is? So, firstly, Chris, obviously understanding Bitcoin from a technical point of view is, one thing, and explaining that to people is one thing. Explaining to people that we actually don't know who came up with Bitcoin, and explaining this whole idea of Satoshi Nakamoto, to me, has actually been more difficult to get across to people than the technicalities of mining, proof of work, etc. What are your thoughts around that? I mean, is it important? I mean, better question, was it premeditated by Satoshi Nakamoto? Whether that's a man, woman, group, is this a whole premeditated scenario, in your opinion, to begin Bitcoin, so to speak?
I think it doesn't really matter who created Bitcoin. I think this is, as long as the technology or the system works, it doesn't matter.
That's not what I asked you, because when you say it doesn't really matter, to me, this whole concept of decentralization it does matter, because if it was premeditated, that's effectively what's given us decentralization, right?
Of course, Satoshi, the group, the woman, the girl, the guy.
That doesn't really matter then. Yeah. Okay.
Left Bitcoin as a project, and I think even if this was not intentionally planned from the beginning of creation of Bitcoin.
Do you think it was? Yes or no?
Of course, I think. I think that was one of the most important things Satoshi Nakamoto did.
Yeah, I agree.
Was hand over Bitcoin to the community. And in this way, that's the only way.
The world.
Yeah, and this is the only way it can be truly decentralized.
Yeah.
So in that case, it doesn't actually matter who created Bitcoin.
Yeah. So maybe just to explain that a little bit more to people new to the space, the fact that we believe it was premeditated, that they'd put this code out there and then step back, that's enabled, this buzzword you hear all the time, decentralization. That's kind of given us that, hasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
What does that actually mean to someone who doesn't understand this space?
I mean, in the end, it means you can't control Bitcoin, you can't shut down Bitcoin, there's nobody to arrest, there is nobody to hand a lawsuit. Bitcoin is out in the free, it's open, and that's the most important part. I think that's one of the most important features in Bitcoin, that is truly decentralized.
Yep. But what then, if it was premeditated, how much Bitcoin would that person or group actually have right now? And is that a problem moving forward? Could that fuck things up?
I don't really think so. I mean, Bitcoin, allegedly, Satoshi has many different wallets, and allegedly they hold about 1 million Bitcoin.
Which is
about 5%.
5%.
5% of today's Bitcoin. And I don't
That's
really...
a lot.
Yeah, and it's massive, I think there's a lot of people who want to have those wallets. Mm-hmm. And I don't really think it matters, because there's so many scripts or bots that check Satoshi's wallets every day, and they will get notified as there is any movement in any wallet. And then again, Satoshi would probably not take his coins and dump them on the market.
Yeah.
Maybe move them, maybe sell them over the counter.
Yep.
But also,
who are you looking at?
Everywhere. I don't know. And it doesn't matter if Satoshi starts moving their coin, because we could hard fork, soft fork off Satoshi's coins if the community.
It's like a worst case scenario. It's effectively the same as a bank bailout if that would have happened, right?
Yeah, I mean, this would be. It's depending on what the community would agree on at this point. But
let's come to that topic a little later. Who do we think Satoshi might be?
Oh, yeah.
Well, maybe the best place to start is who has said they are so far.
We know one person for sure who said no, and that's Dorian Nakamoto.
Probably means it's him then. So who's Dorian Nakamoto? By the way, this is Dorian Nakamoto.
Dorian Nakamoto, you're awesome. I wish it's you.
Told them he was ready for a free lunch.
Why did you create Bitcoin, sir?
Okay, no questions right now. I want my free lunch.
Sir, can we ask you about Bitcoin? Why were you involved in Bitcoin?
Okay, I'm not involved in Bitcoin. Okay?
Who's involved in Bitcoin?
Wait a minute. I want free lunch first. I'm going to go with this guy.
He hopped into a light blue Prius and drove off with...
I don't actually. No. So who have we got out there that are the potentials? Let's start with who said, yes, I am Satoshi. We've got Craig Wright.
So you're going to show me that Satoshi Nakamoto is you?
Yes.
No! Sitting in your house,
Thoughts?
Craig. I think Craig was early into Bitcoin. That doesn't mean he had anything to do with the group who actually created Bitcoin, or the person or the persons. And
I've met some pretty smart cookies that reckon it is him.
I mean, in the end, his private keys have been refuted a few times by different cryptographers. So yeah, no, I don't.
It's an absolute no for you in all respects, or
in all respects, yeah, I don't believe it's Craig. I think I agree with Craig on many of his thoughts on altcoins and shitcoins, but I don't think it's Craig Wright.
okay. Okay. So who are the other candidates potentially?
I
think you and I both think it's a group of people, right?
Oh yeah, that's my belief. It's not a fact, but that's what I believe. But I truly don't.
On that note, I think if Craig Wright had said, look, yeah, it's a group of people, I was one of them, I'd be more inclined to maybe go, all right, I could possibly get on board with that. I mean, there's, you know, we'll post some links to some old videos where he's clearly sitting with some heavyweights in this space. And this is from, 8-9 years ago.
Like I say, I don't think Craig was part of the group, but he was in Bitcoin very early, and he might have been close to some people in the group, but I don't think Craig was part of this group.
Okay.
If he actually would have been part of this group, I don't think they would be too happy with him going out and saying, I'm Satoshi either.
Okay, so who else potentially? I mean, we've got Hal Finney, which a lot of people think was fairly central here. I'd agree with that.
Hal Finney, very central in Bitcoin. I still don't think...
Layer 2 solution guy, by the way.
And I don't think there is any of the public figures we have today in the Bitcoin space that actually had anything to do with Satoshi Nakamoto or the group.
Yeah.
I think their idea was to be truly decentralized. You can't be out there shouting your Satoshi, and these guys, they were willing to build something anonymously.
Yeah.
And they didn't need the limelight. And if they didn't need it at that point, and they're building a better monetary system, they don't need it today either. They have proved their point. They have moved on to bigger projects. Hopefully, hopefully these guys are the ones that gives us other solutions to protect us against the government.
Yeah, I mean, it's, there's a fairy tale sort of aspect to it that these amazing person or people have put, this brand new monetary system solution out there, for the planet. It is somewhat of a fairy tale, and I've had people laugh at me when I've tried to explain this. So I hope we're doing somewhat of a job of explaining it to people new to the space right now. Ultimately, you're right. I mean, to a certain degree, it doesn't matter. That code is out there, and that can't be reeled back in now. No. It's in the wild, as you say. What's your saying? You love to say, Chris?
The toothpaste is out of the toothpaste, toothpaste tube.
Exactly. There you go.
But yeah, I mean, Bitcoin's out there, it doesn't matter. And then you see all these projects today that try to copy Bitcoin, but they all fail. They all use part of Bitcoin code in them, any kind of altcoin out there.
I think he might be a Bitcoin maximalist, just a hunch.
I like Bitcoin, let's put it like that. And, they all fail with this decentralization point. There is a team behind, they want some fame, they want some limelight, and,
So, I mean, that's an interesting question. Decentralization, people hear this all the time, and, it takes a while to get your head around it. Most projects are claiming they are. Is it possible that another project could be as decentralized as Bitcoin, or would it also need this whole sort of mythical character group to put code out there and disappear. Is, you know, what else? Is there another project you can say the same about?
No, not today.
No.
There's nothing out there like this today.
So the rest could be shut down by an authority.
Yeah, and
pure and simple.
I think, you know, in the future we might see other truly decentralized projects,
yeah,
like Bitcoin, but in, you know, either like in the same kind of space or different kind of technologies. But I don't think there's anything truly decentralized out there like Bitcoin today in that case now. I hope we will see more these kind of projects which are truly decentralized and open community and everybody can work on and everybody can contribute to. Yeah. We need this. We need more projects like this. But
yeah. Okay, let's stay on Satoshi. We're here to figure out who it is.
Yeah.
Any other ideas?
Yeah, I mean, it could be you, it could be me. I think we all have a little bit Satoshi in us, but yeah, no, I don't think there's anybody in the public space that is Satoshi today or yeah, was part of the group that created Bitcoin.
That's one hell of a secret there. If it's a group of people, they're keeping.
Yeah, you know.
Congratulations to you if that is the case. That's awesome.
Yeah, and I you know, hats off, keeping it secret and keep on keeping it secret, because this is what truly gives the strength to Bitcoin. Mm. But then again, we could say, like, just for fun, let's say Craig Wright is Satoshi. Let's play this game for a moment. Mm-hmm. And Craig Wright can actually prove that he is Satoshi Nakamoto today.
Yeah.
Would that change Bitcoin?
It would. No, I mean, the code is out there. No, it wouldn't.
No, and I agree with that, because the code is out there, and, you know, in that case, Craig stepped away.
The fairy tale would be gone.
Yeah.
Be a frickin' Australian.
Put a shrimp on the Barbie, mate.
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
I think, you know, it wouldn't really matter, because Craig Wright in that case stepped away from Bitcoin on the early stage, 2011, yeah, and let the community take over Bitcoin and do the best for Bitcoin. And, you know, in the end, it would it really matter? No, because Bitcoin have evolved and developed so much.
Look, ultimately, Craig Wright has been up to some hard forking, and he's saying he's got Bitcoin and his project Bitcoin SV. There's plenty of information on our website about that. Check it out. So I guess he's happy enough, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, he's saying he's going to take down what he calls Bitcoin Core, which is the Bitcoin we all know and love. So, you know, I think that's a load of hot air. I mean, he's had some chat recently about taking out a patent which would stop potential bug from being fixed, but yeah, whatever, Craig.
I think we can agree on the entertainment value in Bitcoin, and from Craig Wright is pretty high at this time.
Bring it on. Yeah.
Just to keep your popcorn ready and enjoy the show.
Absolutely. So, look, in summary, I think we're basically making a video saying, we don't know, but we're kind of hoping that for people new here, maybe you've understood that, look, there is a fairy tale aspect to this, you know, somewhat mythical character group, but they've given us something amazing. It's going to change the way we live because of the way that it's going to change our monetary system. This is huge. 2019 is going to be a hugely exciting year. Anything to add in closing, Chris, on this topic?
No, not really. I just want to say thank you everybody for watching, and if you like what we're doing, please like, share, comment, subscribe to us. And, you know, for us it means a lot because there's only two of us. Yeah. Like you'll hear, we'll probably heard, and we'll hear in the future.
There's more than two of us. What are you saying?
Yeah, but we lost a lot of friends because we are the only one talking Bitcoin.
Yeah. Well, actually, on that note, we've got a call with, or a video with Didi from the Bitcoin family coming up. Yeah, so check that out. That should be posted tomorrow. Definitely one of the hard forking team. This is a big time, exciting year for Bitcoin. I think it's been 10 years. I still consider it a new phenomenon.
It is, and it's going to be
just at the beginning.
It's going to be an exciting year. I think Bitcoin is going to be huge things happening for Bitcoin this year, and that doesn't mean price is secondary for us.
We know that's all you care about. but learn some fundamentals, and I think our videos will be pretty helpful on that front. So if price is all you're worried about, have a good knowledge of the fundamentals. It'll make your decisions when trading, buying, selling, this new asset class a lot easier. We're not financial advisors. Nothing is. What's the disclaimer we need to do?
This is not financial advice.
We're retards. Don't listen to anything to do with financial advice.
And for our next video, we will be talking we'll be looking under the hood how Bitcoin, how it works, how it's controlled. Who controls the Bitcoin repo?
GitHub.
The GitHub repo on Bitcoin, and how that still can be decentralized.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting video because Chris is a lot more technical than me, and while I fully understand decentralization, we're really going to drill down into if there's a change made to Bitcoin, who ultimately signs that off? Is there a group of people? Exactly how decentralized is Bitcoin? I think most people would say it's completely so, but I really want to give you a bit of a grilling on that, and you're going to explain to the non-technical people out there exactly how Bitcoin really does. Not from there's 4 different aspects to Bitcoin, but how do these changes get made if it's decentralized? That's a biggie for me. So I think we'll drill down into that in the next video. That'll be a goodie. So
yeah, you're welcome. Come and check that out. And yeah, I'll see you next time.
Yep. Satoshi.
Satoshi.
Hey bro, come on in.